We are here broadcasting live for Rock the Universe at Universal Orlando Resort. And of course, in studio, Bruce is here, Danielle is here, and we have Passion that is here, fresh off the Passion.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Is this like a small representation of the entire group? Or?
It is. It is. We actually we came in with the band, but we don't trust them on microphones, so it's just going to be us.
Nice.
There's no telling what they'd say.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves for us.
I'm Melody, so.
I'm Bret.
All right.
And this is Christian.
All right. Thanks for taking some time. Are you excited to be at Rock the Universe?
We're so excited. We've already been in the park all day. We've been riding rides, meeting a lot of people who are going to be hanging out tonight. It's been a fantastic time already.
Yeah,
we love it.
Playing the song "The Lord Will Provide." My father had. What's the exact name of the song?
The Lord will provide.
The Lord will provide, and we're doing that at the church I'm a part of. And what a great song!
Yes.
Now, did one of you write
great
that?
song.
One of you?
Yeah.
I helped write it.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic!
Nice.
You know what I like? First time I ever heard that song, that song could have been written like 100 years ago. No, seriously. I mean, I think that's what a good song is, right?
That's high praise, especially church music.
Yeah. Well,
absolutely.
tell me about the song.
Yeah, well, it's based out of Matthew 6, Jesus' words on the Sermon on the Mount. And, I think me and my wife or my family walking through a season of time just really needing to trust God, coming on the kind of a healing side of being through a lot of anxiety and different things, and even just worrying about the future, kind of like we all do. And just coming back to Jesus' words where he says, your Father knows what you need even before you ask it, and so seek first the kingdom. And so those words have always guided us, and especially through those hard transition moments in life. And got with some buddies, Chris Davenport and Jess Cates, and we wrote this song one afternoon. God really just gave us that song.
One afternoon.
Wow.
And a fall day in Nashville is a great day. And then we sang it at Passion 2024, and Landon Wolf, who you heard on the recording sing, is one of our young worship leaders. And it was just a lightning bolt that somehow seemed to really strike a chord with this generation of young people, and honestly beyond. All of us who aren't 18 to 25 tend to resonate too.
Yeah,
Yes.
What a great song. And what I like is, and I heard a sermon about that passage recently, and it's not like Jesus was saying, it's a good idea if you don't worry. It's a command. Yeah, which I've never really looked at it that way. It sounds like good life advice. Don't worry about that. Store up treasures in heaven. But do not worry. I mean, if we wrapped ourselves into that truth, life would be different.
Life would be different. There's so much to worry about, but isn't it amazing that that passage comes in a greater message with Matthew 5, 6, and 7, where Jesus is really announcing there's a kingdom that's beyond this world.
Yes.
So obviously there's a lot to worry about in this world, but there's something that's even greater, and that's what he's really leading us to.
And seek that first.
You mentioned just a couple of minutes ago Passion, and I wanted to ask, because you guys are fresh off the Passion 2026 in Arlington, what's one of the spontaneous moments that kind of moved the room?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. Well, we led a song called The Blood that came out of Bethel Church. And one of our young worship leaders, JJ, led this song. And he tagged into this little bridge section in the middle of the song. And now it's just a part of the recording. It's a part of the song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's funny you asked the question that way, because it was very much like in the moment at church just a few weeks before Passion. He sang it out, and we were like, "That's now a part of the song."
Wow.
Yeah.
and so it was a really, really powerful moment, and you can hear it on the recording. It's really, really special.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
When you guys are writing things and you're thinking about things, obviously you kind of throw it out to everybody and say, "What do you think? What do you think?" But is there ever a moment where you put something down there and you're all like, "Wow, that's straight from God," like that line or that hook or whatever? Do you guys feel like that? And if so, what was one of those particular ones that you can pull out and go, "That's the one"? I like it when they're speechless.
No.
This is good.
No. I mean, I feel like songwriting, man, it's such a process. And you have some songs that, and I've heard our pastor say this, that it feels like you're wrestling a bear.
Yeah, sure.
And then there's other songs that feel like you're riding the wave. And man, you love it when those songs come and it feels like you're riding the wave. To your point, you know. And then the ones but some of the best ones are the ones you had to wrestle the bear on.
Yeah.
But one for me personally that felt like riding the wave was I've Witnessed It. And that just feels like we wrote, like, same with Bret and I we wrote it in an afternoon in Nashville, and it was just one of those that I didn't realize how much I needed this song, and I needed to remember the faithfulness of God and the goodness of God.
Yeah.
And it's a reminder too, like you're like, man, I didn't have anything to do with this. I'm a conduit that hopefully like God and the Holy Spirit I'm in tune with what He is doing in the world around me and through the people around me, and so He can download that to me, and then if I'm faithful to steward what He gives to me, I can then write it out and it can bless others in the world.
Does that take the pressure off though sometimes, because it's like it's not about me anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, is that kind of the view of it?
I think it can. I think if we're living in that space, it really can. It can just be a freedom in coming into write and to just explore the creativity and just say, man, what does God want to say? You know, I don't think we're always in that space by any means, but I think that it's a beauty of how God's created us. If we are.
We were talking before we went on the air. Some kids from my church went to Passion Camp this past summer in Daytona.
Yeah, let's go.
And they loved it. I mean, tell us a little bit about what is that about? Like, what's the theory behind that, or the reason for doing it?
Yeah. Well, so growing up, we all went to summer camp, and I always tell my kids, my summer camp did not look like Passion Camp. It's basically you take Passion Conference that just happened, is for college students. Take that and kind of give it some Monster energy drink, and that's Passion Camp. Okay, it's like. But it's incredible teaching, like deep, great theology, times of worship that are just so spirit-filled, spirit-led, powerful stuff. And it's like 6,000 high school, middle school, students in this room in Daytona, and we just meet with God for a few days, and it's really amazing to see what the Lord is doing in this generation right now.
I was going to ask you about that. What are your thoughts?
There's just such a hunger to meet with God. A hunger for His Word. I really think this generation is a generation that's being shaped and formed and changed by the Word of God. It's not so much feeling driven or emotional. It's very much like, I want truth, and I want to build my life on truth. And it's a really cool thing to see that happening.
If you're just joining us, by the way, we're speaking with Passion. Rock the Universe is where we're at, and I know that you're sitting there. You're giving me the eye. Do you have a question?
Oh,
yeah. Because I was looking over.
I always have a question. I want to know what your workout routine is. There's a lot of jumping. There's a lot of energy. And people want to know, how do you keep that level up?
Seriously.
Yeah, please tell us.
Christian's the jumper.
There's a lot of jumping. I was stretching earlier. I am ready for tonight.
Yeah, good.
There's a kettlebell involved. That's all I know.
Yeah. You just got to stay ready. We have a stay ready mentality, okay? It's just always be ready. Look, I'm 42 now, okay? Whoa. So you got to just keep it ready to go. Yeah.
Are you really 42?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to follow his routine then. Or I might be too much past that, but anyway. Wow. Yeah. So what's the next thing for you guys? I mean, obviously the music and the Passion events, but what is the next thing? What's the next big thing that you have planned? Because like everybody we've had on so far has been telling us like things behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Like, we're not supposed to say this, but not that I'm prying, but I'm just saying.
I mean, right now we're hard at work taking everything that we just captured at Passion Conference and taking all these moments and these songs and videos and trying to get them out to these students that were there, and give the church, resources, songs to sing. And so that's what we're hard at work on right now. And we're really excited for people to hear. 'Cause I think that's one of the beautiful things about Passion Conference, is, we're not going into conference thinking we got to make a record. We're going to make a record. It's really more, let's just be with God. Let's go after God together. And then afterwards go, what were the moments? What were those moments where God came in the room, and it's undeniable that He's at work here. This has gone beyond a human plan. This is like God at work. And so we're taking those moments and figuring out how do we get those out to people, and hopefully through those songs and through the videos, people encounter the power of God.
Wow, fantastic. Well, Passion will be on stage, like 10:30 tonight or something like that? Is that late, late for you guys, or is that late, or is that good? Or
tell you what,
ready
America's
Stay ready mentality. We're ready to go.
Thanks for coming.
Cool stuff. If you haven't heard of America's Christian Credit Union, you should.